What is up? What is up? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Drop a like, leave a comment, say what's up, and I am going to get right to it and then hop back into chat. I think that we should be on the Rams side of the ball tonight. I like the Rams +3. I think it's an interesting line. I'm interested to see that. I'm surprised, I should say, to see that the Rams were underdogs in this game here. Now, I want to take a look here, and let's look at Stafford real quick. Matt Stafford, higher than 249.5 pass yards is interesting to me. I also think you could play both. Now, obviously, you cannot do that if you're on the pick'em apps. Underdog won't let you do it. You have to pick one per player there. But I think either one of these are fine options. I think my preference is the passing yardage. And if you're going to pair it with somebody, listen, I'm a big squeaky wheel narrative person here. I like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Let's take a look at Debo over here on PropsBot. And now look at his reception yards. His receiving yards have not been great. However, he has been complaining all week. Now, with a guy like Debo, I think it's interesting to attack him on the ground and through the air. So I kind of prefer the fact that we can get the rushing and receiving yards. And let me tell you why, in addition to the fact that he is a dynamic playmaker, that they find unique ways to get on the ball. We know we've seen him out of the backfield. He gets a lot of runs. He gets tosses. He gets end arounds. He also will catch the ball, obviously, as a wide receiver. But you have a banged up backfield here. No Jordan Mason. You have no CMC. That's no news. And then Isaac Guerrero, which I think he's playing, if I'm not mistaken, but he had a foot injury. Now, I know he came out and said, I could have gone back in, whatever. But if that pops up again, if that lingers just a little bit more, we could absolutely see Debo have to play more running back. I mean, his numbers have truly just been abysmal, to be honest. They really have been. But if he's going to do anything, it's going to be tonight. So now if you want to play this line, I'm seeing 71.5 right now on Fliff or Hard Rock Bet. You can see that right here. You can scroll, shop the odds here, get yourself the best value. Look at that. ESPN Bet is 76.5. BetMGM 71.5. Underdog 71.5. PrizePicks 73.5 here. I like this play over here, but do yourself a favor, play it over on play it over on Fliff, because this is already bumped. Play it on Fliff here, but this is a nice little two-man for tonight. Now I'm scrolled in a little so you can't see it, so bear with me if anything's out of whack here. Look at that. Some of my picks have refreshed. Oh, it bumped down in our favor. Perfect. I was going to say, because we had it over here at 71.5 on Underdog, so it looks like it's trending that direction. Yeah, Fliff available in 48 states. You can play it there just as a straight. I think that's interesting. My play officially for tonight, though, my official play, and I'll just give it out to you guys. If you're in VIP, you had this earlier in the week. My official play was what? I think it was at 54.5. We got this line. It has since bumped up and crept up all week. Now it's 63.5. You can alt it down here to higher than 49.5. But that is my official play here. It was 54.5. That is my official, basically, lock of the night. Nothing's a lock. Nothing is a lock in this sport. But, if you've done enough sports betting, there's no locks. However, I do think it's a great thing. Let me go ahead and pull up Kittle real quick. If you're wondering what app we're using, before I say hello to the chat, and I'm going to do that in 1 second, this is PropsBot.AI, built on the OpenAI platform. The same stuff that's making ChatGPT is used in the making of this app. Now, if we scroll right over to the Pick'em apps, you can see Underdog 63.5. Yep, that's what we've got on the board right here. And PropsBot has that as well. PrizePicks looks like you might be able to get it at 60.5. Bovada 61. BetMGM 59.5. BetMGM is 59.5. Not a bad line. If you have BetMGM, get it there. First one here, Jaden Garcia. What is up? What a beautiful picture you have there, my friend. Happy Thursday night football night to you. Thanks for hopping in here. Appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you being the first one. Listen, Jaden, and this goes to anybody else. Click the link that I'm going to post over here. Okay? There's the VIP picks one, but the other one there you want to take a look at is the Bet Bucket one, or I'm sorry, is the PropsBot. The Bet Bucket is the VIP picks. PropsBot.AI is where you're going to want to click. That is your free sign up to get on the pre-launch list. It's free. The app will not be free when it comes out. That'll be $24.99 in case people are wondering, because I haven't actually talked about pricing. I think it's a good, fair price. I hope you guys feel that way too. However, it is going to be a pre-launch. I'm going to give out a discount code for the people that sign up for that pre-launch list, and you're going to have access to that. All right. Python says, dang it. I think Python was looking to be the first one. Look at that. Oh, listen, Python, appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. We've got a lot of members from the Discord in here, and it's great to see. I'll be honest. Lee Williams says, yo, right back at you, Lee. Right back at you. Let's make some good picks. Listen, this is truly the DGen stream, though. So I gave out a couple of picks that I think, especially the Kittle one, I think those are plays that if you want to run them out, hold on, let me just pull this over here real quick. If you want to run out those plays as straights, you can. Honestly, I think the straight plays are Kittle. I think Debo touchdown tonight is interesting. I think that's an interesting play for tonight. And those are really the best straight plays. I like Matt Stafford. I think you can convince me of Matt Stafford's over passing yardage. Let me see here. I'm not getting in right now. I got to re-verify. So for now, I'll just build out a couple of slips here, and I'll just go through some plays. But I want to finish saying what's up. Blake Corum, TD incoming. Listen, I mean, I can't argue with you. You never know. This could be a high scoring game. Look at his receptions prop. Is it still available at 4.5? Wow. Juice though. Minus 135 on Hard Rock if you want George Kittle over 4.5 receptions. As you guys can see, he's been over in 3 of the last 5, but he's been over in 7 of the last 10, averaging 5.2. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see. Averaging 5.2. You can see that average right down here on the screen. Sorry if it is a little bit small. Trying to use my phone through the computer here, but 5.2 receptions per game over the last 10. But really, guys, it's just a matter of who they have available tonight, to be honest. Wow. My man EA Jack says I'm driving, and he says I had Rams +4. Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's bumped down to potentially +3 here or something. So if you got it at +4, you're sitting pretty. Good on you, EA Jack. He's sharp. He knows what he's doing. I took Debo touchdown and a Corum over rushing. Yeah, I like the Debo touchdown, Python. Cup or Puka, who you feeling? I think you got to go Cup. I'm sorry. Scratch that. You got to go Puka. You've got to go Puka. I mean, you really can't compare what they've done on the season. Now, I know Cooper Kupp has that touchdown equity. He's got that touchdown upside. Cooper Kupp has a 0.52 confidence score. Basically, that's just our proprietary formula that is, as I said, built on the OpenAI platform. It takes into account the odds you're getting. It takes into account their recent game logs. It takes into account how the player has been doing lately. DVP is not in there yet. I am working on that. That has just been a struggle. I already see something we'll have to fix, but that's okay. We're still in beta testing, guys. This is not even out yet. Hopefully, we submit tomorrow. That is what I'm looking for. So let's see. 65.5 receiving yards. The projections are third-party projections. You can take them or leave them. They are just a part of the puzzle. As I said, I'm more interested in this confidence score and what I've seen here, and then the data I have to back it up, and then the matchup, that kind of thing. But Cooper Kupp, 65.5. Let's see if you want to play it. Yeah, 65.5 looks like the lowest you're going to get. ESPN bet is 69.5, and that is plus odds if you want to take that. Oh, I was lying. 62.5 on FanDuel. You can see it right there. It looks like FanDuel 62.5 is the best odds you're going to find for this play. And now if we go ahead and take a look at Puka. If anything's clunky, it's me. Where is my boy Puka? I swear I had him earlier. What did I do here? Give me Puka. Oh, I always do that. I told you, it's me, guys. If there's ever an issue, it's me. Just know that it's me, okay? Puka, I mean, look at his line. 89.5 receiving yards. 90 on some books, 91. Yeah, you got to ride Puka. I don't think these Bally Bet lines I think, well, look you're getting them. They're super juiced. So I'm not super familiar with Bally Bet or Bet Rivers. I'll have to look into them, but Fliff 87.5, ESPN Bet 89.5. Get yourself the best odds, guys. If you're not shopping for odds here, you're doing yourself a disservice. Why would you play this line at 90 or 91.5 if you don't have to? Because sometimes every little bit matters, okay? Every little bit matters. Let's go ahead and pull Puka up over here. If I could spell his name right. Yeah, I mean, I think Puka's fine for a touchdown tonight. Look at this. Holy smokes. Wow, 7.5. PrizePicks is at 7. 6.5 on ESPN Bet. Minus 135. So if you're going to play the receptions prop, don't play it over here on Underdog. Play it over on ESPN Bet at 6.5. Get yourself some value. Fliff has it at plus odds for 7.5 here. Plus 110. If you think he's going to have a big night and catch a lot of passes, we've seen Jamar Chase go for 14 the other day. I mean, these stud receivers can absolutely do it. That is where you're going to want to play it. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, if you're a content creator, you want to post screenshots, you can just clear all that out. You say that's too much noise. You want to play with this, see how many times he's hit 5 receptions. How many times did Puka hit 5 receptions the last 10 games? Last 20. All time, we have 26 games loaded here for Puka. And the last 5. I mean, look at that. So if you need a juice cutter, go ahead and just play that right there. Just play the 5 receptions for Puka. Matter of fact, if you're going to build out any kind of parlay here or anything, here you go. Just do, what has he done for 5.5? Let's just go ahead and, there you go. 5.5, you would have just missed one of the games, but his last 10 looks pretty good. So if you want to take the 5.5, that's a solid little juice cutter there that we can use. We can build out this slip. This to me, if we're going to take Puka though, I'm truly just going to go, I mean, if I'm really building, I'm probably just going to go right here. Over 87, higher than 87.5. Let's zoom out for a minute. So we've got him. We've got the Kittle play a little juice. We've got Debo, and we've got Matt Stafford. That's a solid little 4-man slip there. I think if you were really going to round this out, it's hard for me to stay away from Kyron and just take his touchdown here. I mean, it's hard for me to stay away from that play tonight. So you could go this. I could roll this little 5-man out. As I said, I was going to build one on a sports book, but I'm just going to keep it right here for now because I could not get into my DraftKings right now. And I don't feel like going through and doing all the hassle of verifying my location and all that. But yeah, guys, so PropsBot literally helps give you a guiding place. It's going to sort by confidence score right off the bat here. So again, the highest confidence play on the board tonight, according to PropsBot, is Matt Stafford to go higher than 244.5 passing yards. Pretty Ricky shows up tonight. Python is talking about Ricky Pearsall. And let's see, do I even have lines for Pearsall? Let's see. Of course we do. No picture, but we got you. So that's Pretty Ricky's line. The man got shot this year. He's come back. That's all we got for him right there. Okay. Oh, so you know what? I'll take a little screenshot of that. Not coming through for Ricky. There we go. Okay. Already found a couple of things as I'm here, guys. Beta tested up. So this is Ricky. He thinks Python said he's going to have a big night tonight. BWA Pete from the Discord. Ballybet is an awful app, but they do have some great lines at times. Well, listen, that could be why their API is sometimes jacked up. But here it is. It's fine here. Yeah, it's definitely something with their API at times, but it's just one of many, right? It's one of many. BWA Pete. Good to see you, my friend. BWA Pete, I believe, was the one that just got a membership to the Bet Bucket Plays comped. Is that what they say? That's what the cool kids say, right? That's the business term. He had it comped for him by the great guy who's also in here, Python. So unless I'm mixing people up, but I don't think I am. I've been talking so fast and so much. My mouth is dry. Now, Ricky Pearsall, confidence score 0.46. As you can see, that's red. Doesn't mean it's not going to hit tonight, guys. I mean, it's not. This is a part of the formula. This is the equation here. As I said, it doesn't have DVP yet. We've got a roadmap. That's down the road. But what you can do with this, okay, what you can do is if you think, okay, Ricky Pearsall, he's due. They're hurting. They got nobody else, right? I could get behind that logic. Absolutely. Rams, kind of a tough defense. But as we saw, they gave up a lot of yards to the Bills last week, so you can exploit them. Here's the thing. This is what you could do. You could look at this and say, okay, I might have some interest in Ricky tonight. 17.5 is the lowest odds I could find it. And look at a sharper book like FanDuel being at 20.5. That could be an indicator that there's the potential for him to have a decent night. Because if FanDuel's lines are usually the sharpest, and they are usually one of, if not the sharpest, use that as a guiding factor. So right now I'm getting a 3-point discount here on Underdog, on BetMGM. But if you have access to it, play it somewhere else. Play it somewhere like a -115 on Hard Rock. Fliff is a -125. That is not bad either. So that's his receiving yards. I got to get these names. These names will get cleaned up soon. Receptions. Let's take a look at that. 1.5. Sorry if I shouted there. Just excited. 1.5. Look at FanDuel. Super juice to the over. -146 here, guys. Okay. I wonder if I got to get something on here so that you guys can see where I'm clicking, but -146 to the over. So we've got a sharp book here that says he's going to get 2 receptions potentially. And look, you can get this at a decent value on Fliff right here at a -130. Throw that into another slip, something like that. Dropped a fun DGen sweat and DGen parlays. If you're not joined, this is a great time. Guys, Python is a member, and not only that, he's sharp and he's dropping free plays daily. We've got multiple people. Pat's in there, Big Nick, Jamie, everybody. We got tons of people in there. EA Jack, we got all these people are in there just dropping free plays at all times. Juice Cutters, Rip Coil's dropping Juice Cutters in there every day. All right, guys. BWAP, my man. I was going to say his line is 21.5 on DK pick 6. Listen, guys, this Purcell line, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Ricky Purcell. It is a value. It looks like it is a value. And as I said, if you're going to play it, get yourself the best odds using PropsBot when it's available in the App Store. And don't be a chump, okay? Don't be a chump and pay top dollar. Let's look at something else here. Let's switch over to the weekend here. Now, I know we were doing some updates tonight. I got to do this here. I got to screenshot this. Whoops. There we go. There we go. All right. Got to screenshot that for the developing team. Just take a gander at it. Let them see it. Look at as the odds adjust. I think the confidence score moved from 0.72 to 0.7 because the odds adjusted. I could be wrong. I could be slightly wrong. Let's see. Is it working? So what it does, by the way, guys, if you want to know, this is something I don't think anybody knows. So the best odds are displayed right here. So it's going to go ahead and find you the best play right here on this main screen. You don't even have to click into it if you don't want to. FanDuel is the best odds for this play of the books that we have access to, of course. But what I want to say is with this FanDuel here, so this is the best odds it has available. What it does is it takes the line that appears the most often. So 257.5 is the line that appears the most often between all the books it has access to. So obviously we have 10 books and 6 out of the 10 have the one line. It's going to take that line and then find the best book with that line and display it right there on the front. So you might click into this and look at this and say, okay, well, you know, I'm finding better odds right here. Here's a -110. That's better odds. Or well, no, it's not. I guess FanDuel was the same. But you might find a -108 or -109 or whatever and say that's better odds. Well, it's not the book that appears the most common though. So it doesn't even take the lowest line necessarily. I thought it was better, and you know, it's up for debate, but it takes the line that appears the most often, the most common line. So I thought that made the most sense for that main screen. Now we're on to Sunday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to Sunday. Let's throw a little loot into this one and we'll sweat this out. Just a little sprinkle. All right. Because I don't even know if I'm going to remember what I put in here, but here's the play. If you're watching it and you want to try to tail this, throw a little sprinkle on it. These are long odds plays. This is, what was it? 5 to 57. So this is like a +1,000 almost. All right. This is basically a +1,000. So, you know, play it as such, guys. Don't get too crazy. Let's take a look at Jared Goff only because he's on the screen, really. Jared Goff in a absolute shootout this weekend with the Buffalo Bills. I think, truly, I got to be honest, I think this is a St. Brown game. All right? I think this is an Amon-Ra St. Brown game. And it's just because I do think that there's a chance that the Bills get up on Detroit early. And I think that it's, you know, this is the high scoring game of the weekend. I think the over-under is 54.5. So obviously, you know, Vegas agrees and the odds have been coming in as such. So I think that there's a good chance that this becomes a high scoring game, a shootout. And if Detroit finds themselves playing from behind, a place that they haven't really been all year, then they might have to stray away a little bit from the running game, have their running back stay in there to pass block or just to leak out in the flats. And a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown could see himself with 12 to 14 targets. Let me take a look real quick because I don't have targets yet. I want to see how many targets St. Brown has had. So his receptions are kind of low. He's had 7, 8, 11, 7, 7, and 6 targets. over the last 6 weeks. And in games where they've lost, in games, so we're going back like a year even too, right? In games where they've lost the game, he has had targets of 19, 11, 8 twice, 11, and then 18. He had 18 targets in week 1. That's insane, ladies and gentlemen. And in games that they've lost, okay, so kind of a weird stat. In games where the Detroit Lions have lost, going back to, let's only go back to last year. He's hit the over in 4 out of 5 games, averaging 82.4 yards receiving per game. I think this is a great spot for Amon-Ra St. Brown, all right? I'm just going to let you guys know that I think it's great. My man, Ripcoil, you already got a shout-out, by the way, bro. You already got a shout-out in here. You can ask the fam. I already shot you out for everything that you do, but especially posted all the juice cutters in the Discord. Let the people know, Rip. I tried to let them know, but sometimes they need to hear from somebody else. We already built out a little DGen parlay for tonight. Just something fun. Nothing you haven't seen, Rip. You're in the Discord. You know we got it already. But yeah, so I think Jared Goff is interesting. Last year in the playoffs, I played his passing attempts. And in games where they are in a shootout or losing or anything like that, I like his line at 30.5, 32.5 a little bit high. I think we could probably look at his completions. I don't think I have completions on here. I do have completions on here. No, not for St. Brown. I don't have completions. Big surprise there. Let's take a look at Goff and let's look at pass completions. Oh, 23.5 is a little high for him. So you can get it at 22.5 on some books, but that's the best I'm seeing. Let me see if I can. 22.5 doesn't really change it too much. How about pass attempts? I got to get these organized. We're working on that. 32.5. Like I said, I really like it at 30.5, but not a big difference. The last 3 weeks, though, are they just throwing the ball more? They've been in closer games. I mean, I know they had that close game on Thanksgiving with the Bears. Yeah, I don't think this is a place I necessarily feel like I have to go. As you can see, PropsBot kind of agrees that it's a little iffy, being that it's a 0.46 on the confidence score. So I think I honestly play St. Brown in this game. And on the flip side of the ball, man, it's hard not to play Joshua Allen. And I got to be honest, I wish I had a picture for Allen, and we don't. But I'm going to see if we can get it. But PropsBot loves it, and I can't disagree with it. I cannot disagree. 254.5 is the best I've seen so far. Wait, 254.5? Nope, 249.5 on ESPN Bet. Super soft over here. Get that before it's gone. 249.5 on ESPN Bet as a minus 140 to the over. Python also. Oh, yeah, listen. Python got the shout out. Everybody's getting shout outs. The Discord, our Discord is great, guys. I know I'm getting off track here, but we've got a great group of people in the Discord. And I'm not even just saying that because I had to start the Discord. I'm saying that because we truly do have it. Now, I'm fumbling the bag here. And sometimes it happens. But basically, can I get it to go on the stand? It's on a stand. It's a little tricky. The slider. 248.5 doesn't really make a big difference with his hit rate. But I think, like I said, I think in games where they're playing from behind, he's going to have to throw the ball more. And then Josh Allen's just been throwing a ton. James Cook is not the answer here. So I like St. Brown and maybe come back on the other side with a Josh Allen over 249.5 pass yards game. And I think that's a fantastic little two-man. Stop it. Stop it, Jack. Stop it, Jack. Listen, you're sharp. You're just a D-gen. And that's the same thing I tell Python too. Can't help himself. Parlay. Just parlay. Python loves parlay. And listen, I can't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I love it too. I absolutely love it. Let's see what other plays we got for Sunday. I am curious. Right now, the top play for this Sunday is actually a Jared Goff play. Interesting. Okay. Now, this Baker Mayfield one, I don't really disagree with too much, to be honest. Joe Burrow, Tua, a lot of quarterbacks. Is it sorting like that? Let me look here. Who is the highest rated? Let's look at receiving yards, not receptions, receiving yards. Oh, no surprise there. We've got Big Nico. I imagine that's something to do with quarterbacks being a little bit more predictable potentially. And then you got guys like, look at these guys at the top, Nico, CD. Oh, and then Njoku, although I think he's out. But obviously that's not in there yet. I think he's out. Oh, look at this. No surprise that they like Amari Cooper here because obviously if you like Josh Allen, Amari Cooper is a great piece to go with that. However, we're only getting PrizePicks lines. I wonder if something's going on with the weather or something in this game. DK Metcalf is a guy I always like. Look at him. He's just steady Eddie. And then look at, but my favorite DK prop usually, we've got it. I just got to organize these, and they are getting organized. Baby steps. What? I know I have it. Oh, there it is. I went to longest completion. It's longest reception. I was like, ooh, this is not a great look. It happens, guys. If you guys can't stand seeing a bug in an app in development. However, for the record, that was not a bug. That was my user error again. 23.5 is the best line for DK Metcalf in a potential shootout. Listen, this is another game we can look at. I really like DK Metcalf on one side. I like the idea of doing his longest reception. I mean, as you can see, the man just hits it so freaking often. I think that's fantastic. And I also think it's fantastic to jump onto the other side of the ball. And I got to be honest, I got a lot of love for Jordan Love this week. I've got a lot of love for Jordan Love. I'm in reception, so that's not going to come up because obviously we don't have a line for that. But I'd like his passing yardage, but look at this little sneaky one right here. Watch this. Where is his longest pass completion? There he is. Look at that little sneaky line too. You could just do a parlay for this game of two big passes. One of them goes to DK Metcalf and the other one goes to Jordan Love. Or comes from Jordan Love to one of his players. 37.5 on all books across the board. But look at those odds. Look at those odds. There you go. Python is 18 and 19 on CS official plays the last 3 days. Gonna drop a 2-man nuke for tonight just to test the theory. And Rip Coil says free juice cutter over 24.5 points and rebounds on some bonus if you need to sneak one in tonight. Listen, guys, we've got basketball, assuming that it's up and running right now because they were working on it earlier. We got to go back to the right date. Look at that. It holds the thing from the acting, but it goes away. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry if I screamed into that. I had that happen. I'm on the wrong date. What is wrong with me right now? There we go. Okay. Sabonis, I had a play for him. So if you guys want basketball, we'll just jump around for a minute if you'll allow me. Points and rebounds is great. What did you say? You said the juice cutter was over 24.5. Look at that. There's your hit rate. That's like his career hit rate. 107 games worth of data. So it's not a career, but it's a long set of data. Look at that. 95% hit rate over the last 20. There it is. So that's what he was talking about. We've got it all, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's supposed to change. I'm going to change that too. So I got a couple of little alterations to make, but those can be done while we're waiting on app approval. But so this is the play for NBA. I'm all over the map right now because there's a lot going on, obviously. But all good things. Look at this. This was the play tonight, but we didn't get it at 19.5, did we, Discord fam? No. We got it at 18.5. 65% hit rate in the last 20, 80% hit rate in the last 10 games. He's averaging 21.6 over the last 5, 22, and he's got a good matchup tonight. I like it. So that's NBA. We've got NBA too, okay? Just so you know, we've got NBA. We've got it all here. Don't you worry. I'm going to go over here. I don't want that. I want to look at, so I gave out those two plays. I'm trying to think in my head of what other plays I had that I wanted to talk about. Longest rush. This is a guy I've been targeting for his longest rush. And I hate to go back to some of the same players over and over, but if do I not have longest? Fam, it's just user error. We just got to select the right date. It needs to know what day to look at. Look at that longest rush for Gibbs. Look at that. A true gem of a play right there. I don't know what you can find on here for Gibbs, but do we have his longest rush on here? They do it. 17.5. There you go. 18.5 on DraftKings. Yeah, 17.5 on Underdog, as promised by PropsBot. Look at that right there, and there it is. Woo! You know what? I might just lock one of these right in right now. I'll be honest. I like Jordan Love. Take a look at that. His longest completion, 37.5. Let's just do this, and let's just do one for DK. Oh, yeah. I don't mind his other prop either, but you know, I think I got to start a new streak too. Fam, I'm not lying to you. I love it. Yeah, Rip, we've got some good plays this week. A couple more I might end up adding, but sneaky plays. So, guys, this is it. I mean, this is PropsBot.AI in a nutshell, built on the open AI. Now, the confidence score for this, look at this. I didn't even know we were going to have this in here. A little player information. Hopefully it's right. I didn't look at this. I didn't do anything with this. This was all the team. They decided to put a little extra tidbit in there. That's just a little preview. I didn't even know. I mean, you know, would that be that helpful? Maybe, maybe not. But you want to see how young the guy is. You want to see, you know, see a big guy, is he a small guy? You don't even got to use Google anymore. Props. I'm going to go on record and say PropsBot has replaced Google. I mean, we got everything. My man, I'm at work. I'm late. Crypto. Good to see you, my friend. We're just going through the stuff. Crypto, I can always drop the plays that I put together in here, but this is one on the board that I just put together for this weekend with like a combined. I mean, when you put the odds together, obviously every play you put in there, it's less and less likely to hit. But I bet you we have like a 60% hit rate on this little trifecta right here based on like their last 10 games or something. So it's real solid. But yeah, I've just been walking through everybody through the app. Yeah, we can do unders too. I mean, we got unders here. But you know, I think I mean, nobody really plays unders, right? We don't really play unders that much, do we? Let's see what we got for passing. No, I don't want to see pass interceptions. I want to see passing yards. And so PropsBot likes the under, doesn't it? I got to look at this. 0.67 on the over. And I was doing the 0.69 on the under. Woo! That's a toss-up. I mean, that's a close one. That means the line is close. And you can kind of see why if you look at the last games and stuff. I mean, this play really is a toss-up. In a matchup that they're probably going to have to throw the ball a decent amount here, especially if CJ and Nico get going, I can kind of see why this is a toss-up. So it leans, basically, if you got a 0.69 and a 0.67 confidence score, it leans to the under. So this is either a play that you have a strong feeling on your end and you you go with that, or you just stay away. Sometimes I stay away from these ones that are too close. Like if I think that line's too sharp, I mean, that's 269 is a lot of passing yards, guys. 269 passing yards is a lot. Now he's obviously hit it in 4 straight games, but you know, you look at his last 20 and he's been under 9 out of 20, or he's been under 9 out of 20 times. Right? Because this doesn't look at over under. I don't think we're on the screen. So he's been under. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's hit the line in 9 out of 20 times. Okay. So I'll have to see if I can flip that. But over here, I don't think there's any logic on over and under. That's why it just does the same thing. That's no problem. We can calculate that. But yeah, so honestly, like I could see why it's kind of torn on this. This is probably one for Tua. I'll just stay away and I'll give you guys one more play that I put in the Discord earlier already. Yeah, I always forget that. Tyreek Hill. Let's look at his. I don't want to look at his receptions, but that'll get me there quick. Let's look at his receiving yards. And I don't think it's going to love this one. Oh, it doesn't mind it. 0.49 for this one. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously, if you look at that line, you're like, you know, he's kind of struggled. Now he's got a good last 2 weeks here. It's not like there's any major news here for the Dolphins that say, oh yeah, Tyreek Hill should explode because, you know, Waddle's out or something like that. That's not the case really. What it is though, is just that Tyreek seems to have started to care more and Tua started to focus on getting him the ball again more. I mean, Devin Achane really kind of emerged in this offense and took a lot of touches away from Tyreek Hill, especially in like the slants that Tyreek used to take. You know, a 10-yard slant and take it to the house 70 yards. Those have kind of gone away. Jonnu Smith has kind of emerged as Tua's primary target for a couple of weeks. So all of that, you know, you could see it. All that led to Tyreek Hill's lower games here. And he just wasn't getting a lot of receptions. He wasn't getting a lot of catches. And now you're starting to see that kind of tick up. So I like it based on my own research, my own thoughts, which, obviously the computer doesn't have. So these projections sometimes are a little bit silly. I'm not going to lie to you, but that's all right. Listen, he might get 11 catches. Who knows? Take them with a grain of salt. As I said, these are third-party projections that I pay for through another site. If we all look at these projections and I track them for a couple of weeks and we're not happy with them, just get a new provider. That's all. But I want to see what they are. They're reasonably priced. It's a good company. So I'm interested in seeing how it goes. So we'll see them through here. I don't use them other than just a guiding piece, maybe a small piece of the puzzle. Sometimes, I think they're actually kind of onto something. Whereas is he going to get 11? Maybe not, but could he get 8 or 9? He absolutely could. And that's kind of where it guides you. Because, to be fair, we don't care if he gets 9 or 10 unless you're going to do a ladder or building out a parlay. We just care if he's going to exceed this 5.5. So truly my play for this week, though, for Tyreek Hill is his over. What did I get at? 66.5, I think, is what I got it at. Now it's 67.5 on PrizePicks, 69.5 on Flip. Yeah, I think it was 66.5 in the Discord. As you can see, it's kind of bumping up to 70s now. I've started to see some people jump on it. I think I posted that line Tuesday or Wednesday night, and now people are starting to post about it, and I'm seeing it on YouTube and stuff. So it's going to bump a little bit, just so you guys know. That's just how it works. I'm not a huge account that moves these needles, but there are some big accounts that are starting to talk about it, and that's how this game works. Yeah, crypto, take a look back at it, man. I'm always happy to answer any questions that you've got, my friend. You know how to get a hold of me through every avenue and social media that's out there. But yeah, take a look, rewind, watch this video. I also did one yesterday that kind of showcased it a little bit, but I talked a little bit more about the app tonight, how it functions, that kind of thing. Yeah, the projection at 215 loves Tyreek Hill this week. If Tyreek goes for 200, I'm about to use these projections and these projections alone this week. That's for next week. That's all I'm going to say. See you in the Discord. Time to go get my drink. Enjoy your night, Python. I'm about to get out of here and go watch this football game too. Rip Coil, only in primetime totals equal the under. Woo! All right. Listen, you've got a good defense, and the 49ers have the potential to play good defense. So wouldn't be that surprised. We'll see. We'll see. As long as our bets hit, that's all I care about. It can go under as long as our bets hit. Guys, I didn't even say it hardly at all. Do me a favor, smash the like button, run this video up. I'm sure we only have, a handful of likes because I only said it once. And if I don't ask for it, sometimes we forget, myself included. And do me a favor, leave the comment after the video's done. If you're watching this later on, let me know. Click the link, sign up for PropsBot, completely free to sign up. Just gets you on the list. I'll send you an email when it's live so you can check it out. I'll be giving away discounts to anybody who's on that list, so it pays to sign up early. Do me a favor, guys. I think you're going to like this app. I would appreciate your support with it, and I will continue to add to it and hear you out on what features you want to see and just build this thing out. This is version 1. This is not going to be the end version of it. My camera was down the whole time. So we're going to be doing stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm doing with it, but appreciate your guys' support. Enjoy the Thursday night football game tonight, my friends, and I will catch you guys on the next video. And remember to bet smart and win more.